Hey guys, what's up? It's Deprimido. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here in FL Studio and I'm just going to be making a beat. Today I'm feeling like making something really ignorant and not melodic at all. Maybe even just drums, kind of like a take key thing. So I've got some drum sounds picked out right here. I'm going to start by making a two-step hi-hat pattern and putting the clap in right here. So we're just going to double this over and this. Okay, and then I'm going to add in a kick pattern. Okay, I like that pattern. Let's see, we'll go over to the snare. I'm going to switch the snare out for this. Okay, I like that better. Let's see, this is an open hat. That's not it. I'm going to put that there. And we'll go to this open hat. Okay, let's get an 808 going. I'm going to look for, feeling kind of a medium 808. Lots of distortion, so I'm going to look in the slate pack, which is usually pretty good for that. Oh yeah, I like this. Alright, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to copy this kick pattern right there. Alright, I'm going to have this cut itself, and I'm going to add all these to the mixer, and we're going to get some effects going. So starting out with the hi-hat, there's a couple things I know I want to do. I want to add a little bit of reverb and just give it a little bit of space. So we're going to put the size of the room all the way up, leave the decay how it is, bring the wet pretty much to the bottom, and then bring it up just a little bit, like that. So you can hear the difference. It's just a lot more interesting. And then I'm going to add Ozone Imager 2 and have it go straight down the middle. And so what Ozone Imager 2 does, it's by same people as Isotope Vinyl, so it's by Isotope, and it allows you to control the stereo image of the sound, so you can make it mono, you can pan it all around, you know, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to put this right in mono so that it goes straight down the middle, so that when you listen to it, it's just right into your ears. Whereas with some sounds, you want them to be more kind of surrounding, and almost like if you were listening to it in surround sound. But I usually like to have my hi-hats go right down the middle, and then I might add pancake, which seems kind of intuitive when you're putting it straight down the middle, but I mean, you'll see. So you can see it's going right down the middle right there. Whereas if we did this, it's all out there. So if we do this, it's right down the middle. That's how I want it. I'll just check it in here. Yeah, so it's right down the middle. So that's just how I want it. And then I'm gonna add pancake. This is by the same people that made halftime and stuff. And basically it allows you to just automate panning. So I'm just gonna do fast to slow right here, like this. And now if you're listening to this in stereo, you can hear it's bouncing between the headphones, so you can see where it is, right? So yeah, so that's what pancake does. So that's kind of cool, just to make the hi-hats a little more interesting. And then I'm gonna add gross beat, and I'm gonna find a pattern that I like, just to make it a bit more interesting as well. Okay, so that's good for the hi-hat. I'm just going to EQ this clap. I'm going to cut some of the lows. Boost the highs just a little bit right there. And I don't think there's anything else I want to add to this. Maybe I'll add imager. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this, and I'm pretty much just going to put it right down the middle. Not as much as with the hi-hats, but so you can see it's pretty much right down the middle right there. That's how I want it. Next, with this kick, we're going to also have this go right down the middle again. With the basic drums, I usually like to have it pretty much right down the middle. And then with the 808s, I'm going to have it more surrounding. So that's good. We're going to EQ this. Okay. Yeah, so I just boosted the mids a little bit, which makes it a bit more punchy. Then I cut out the highs just to give everything else some room. But I didn't cut them too much because I want to have some of that dust and stuff still left in there. So that's good. And then I'm going to add Camel Crusher right here, which you usually wouldn't do on a kick, but I think maybe it would be good on this one. And we're probably just going to use British Clean, or I'll probably just make my own for this one, just to have it not be too intense. Okay, so all I did was I turned the distortion most of the way off, and I put a little bit of compression on it, and that's just going to make it hit a little harder so you can hear the difference. Big difference right there. So let's see, this is the clap. So for this one, I'm going to put pancake on it, and we're just going to stick with this left to right. So you can hear there, it's kind of bouncing back and forth. So like that. And then I'm going to put wider on it, and we're just going to push it out a little bit. About there. that, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of reverb, about the same as I did with the hi-hats. Okay, that sounds good. This open hat, I'm just going to put some reverb on it, turn the decay up, make the size of the room big. And that's just going to make it last longer. Sounds good. With this hi-hat, I'm probably not going to do anything for now. With the 808, I'm going to add some saturation knob. It's going to take a little bit to load up, but so I'll probably cut this out. Okay, so saturation knob took a little bit to load up, but it's open now, so we're just going to start using this on the 808s. Okay, cool. So I just added a little bit of saturation knob. That makes it bite harder. And then there's also this little high frequency in here. Looks like it's right here just about. So I'm going to just cut that. Okay, I'm going to reset these. And I'm just going to do a high cut. That sounds good. So now it's not going to have that little plinking sound in the beginning. So I'm just going to turn all these on, and I'm going to bring them all down, and I'm going to start doing the mix on these. I just raised up a little bit of the highs in the clap, so that's just going to make it fit a little bit better. I'm going to EQ the snare here. I'm going to cut the lows. Highs. I'm going to turn this reverb down. And then because I don't have any sort of melody or melodic instruments going, I'm just going to grab FL keys so that I can tune this 808, because I think it's a little bit out of tune. But other than that, I think this is mostly going to be done. I'll probably lay it out. And yeah, that'll be probably about it. So let's see here. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Grab FL keys and pull it over here. Great, now we can tune this 808. So let's see, the first note is C. I'm going to bring these all up a little bit. that sounds good. Next we've got F sharp. Okay. And then what's this? This is a G. Okay, so actually the 808 was just fine. So I'm just going to get rid of this FL keys right here. And then we'll start laying it out. So let's see, I'm just going to listen through it once and make sure there's nothing else I can add. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, cool. So I'm just going to go over to the playlist, split by channel. We'll bring all of these in. I'll stretch them to the right length, and then I'm just going to duplicate that block right there, and we'll start laying it out. So I'm going to start with just the 808. Let's see. There. Okay, then we'll have that first open hat and the second open hat, and the snare. And then I'm going to take the second hat out. I'm going to put the closed hat in and the clap in. So actually, I'm going to put this kick in here, put this in here, and we'll have the hook right there. Then I'm going to take those two things out. I'm going to take out that, and I'm going to make an automation clip on the gross beat for this hat. So let's see, we'll start with it off, and put an automation clip in, and I don't want it to be too long. So let's see. First section doesn't matter because there's no hat, but then right there, and we'll make it 2 bars. Let's see, from 14 to 27. Okay, so that's probably fine. Okay, so good. I'm gonna do that, and then for the hook, I'll turn gross beat on, and then for the verse, I'll have it off. And then I want to add another gross beat pattern onto it to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna also make an automation clip with that. Usually I would just do the hi-hats themselves, but for some reason today I'm just sort of feeling like doing it with gross beat, because that's not something that people usually do. So we're gonna have those right there. We'll turn both of them on for the hook. Let's see here, like that. And so that'll just make the hi-hat pattern more interesting. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to turn everything back on. And especially with the panning, that sounds cool. I like that. So let's see. I'm going to shorten this up to there, and I'm going to turn it on right there. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So I'm going to duplicate this over. I'm going to add a riser, or maybe a reverse symbol or something. But let's see, we'll go in here, find a riser. Okay, so let's see. We'll make this start right there. Let's see. It starts making noise just about there. And then I'm going to come in right here. I'm going to shorten this up and make it fit. So let's see. Do about that there. Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to turn this way down. Although we're going to bring this down there and over to there where it actually drops. I'm going to layer a couple of risers here. Yeah, so I'm going to layer a couple risers going into the verse. Both a couple chill risers, probably just like breathy risers. Okay, that one's kind of cool. I might have that one sort of in the middle of the verse. It's got a cool panning effect and stuff. Like that. Okay, let's see here. So going into the verse, we want it just about right there. And I want it to start pretty evenly, but it looks like it does. Okay, we're going to turn that down. And I'm going to turn this off. Okay, that sounds good. Next I'm going to get this one lined up. So let's see. It peaks right there. So that's good. And then where does it start? It doesn't look like it's really making noise till about here. So I'm going to just cut that right there and delete that, and then that should be good. Turn that down. Cool. And then let's see, is this the same thing? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Okay, so bring those over there again to the next verse. And then let's hear what this one sounds like. That's not what I wanted. Let's see right there. Okay. So it starts making noise there. Have it drop right there. It's the peak. And I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to come here and I'm going to drop all these into the mixer. And I'm going to add some reverb to that one. And I'm going to turn the dry all the way off and the wet all the way up. And that's just going to give it kind of a cool effect. And then I'm going to turn that down over here. And you'll kind of see what happens, but it just makes a cool effect. Okay, I did that on the wrong one, so I'm just going to switch these here. Turn that to 11, turn that to 10. It just kind of makes it more ambient. That's great, and then I'm going to turn that down to about there. The trick with these beats is, although they sound really simple, because they don't have much of a melody, you gotta do a lot of other stuff to kind of make up for that. So you gotta do a lot of risers and a lot of sound effects and a lot of effects and whatnot. So although it sounds simple, it's not as simple as you might think it is, but it is still pretty simple. They're not hard to make. You just need to take some time with them. Okay, that sounds good. So I'm gonna listen from right here. Okay, and then I'm going to have just the 808 here. Let's see, we'll grab the 808, put that there, and then I'll have the kick right there. I'll have that for one bar, and then I'm going to add the last clap. I'm going to add this riser again, put it there. Cool, and then we'll drop the hook one more time, right there. I'm going to have this going both times, and then let's see how long this is going to end up being. 1.5 minutes. I'll add one more verse actually before I do all of this. So I'm going to move this all over just to there for now. We will put this verse here into it, right there. Let's see. So put that right there, bring this riser over to there, then we'll have the hook go right there, then we'll have this breakdown and then the last hook, so put it right there. So if we go from right here, we can hear this. Okay, that's the beat, so I'm just gonna add my tag and and then that'll be it. So I'll put the tag right around there.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shit.
So I'm gonna bring this in, right there. Put that there.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shoot.
And then I'm gonna speed this up. So it's about like that.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shoot.
Okay, I want that to be just a little bit shorter. About there.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shoot.
Okay, that sounds good. And then obviously pitch it down.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shoot.
Not that much. I just want it to sound as
Hey,
close to the
Deprimido,
original as
come rock
possible.
this shoot.
So probably there.
Hey, Deprimido, come rock this shoot.
Alright, so that basically sounds like the original. So this is the whole beat. It's a pretty simple one. It's not hard to make. You just gotta take some time doing effects and risers and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.